Good morning, everyone. This is Kevin Fernandez with L2 Mindset. Love yourself, lead yourself. First of all, I just want to start by saying that our prayers and hearts go out to the families that have been affected by the hurricane in Florida that are still being affected. As many of you know, I'm originally from Puerto Rico, and we deal with hurricanes on a regular basis. I was growing up, but I think that's part of living on an island in the Caribbean. You kind of expect it, right? Florida, not so much, and so it's much more difficult to deal with these situations. So again, our hearts and prayers go out to the people in Florida and their families. So hope everybody makes it out okay and can move on from this devastation. But anyway, so today I really want to talk about our level of thinking. Right, I'm always having conversations with people about this, about is your thinking getting you the results that you want or is it not? Because at the end of the day, I feel like too many people are too caught up in their beliefs, whether they're right and somebody else is wrong. And at the end of the day, listen, like you can be right all day long, all you want, but if you're not getting the results that you want, then what does it matter? What does it matter? Like, I'd rather not be right when it comes to something, take somebody else's advice or feedback or perspective, get the result that I want, right? Because why do you do what you do? I mean, every single thing that you do from the moment that you get up to the moment that you go to sleep is for one reason, that is to get a result in whatever area, whether that's to get the result of having a better relationship with your spouse or with your kids, or having a better relationship with your employees, or having a better relationship with your clients, growing your business, getting in better shape financially, or um, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Like, no matter what it is that you do throughout the day, you do it to get a result. You do it to get a result. You might say, well, I like to just sit back and watch Netflix TV shows. Well, you do that to relax. You do that to spend some time by yourself or with others, or however you do that, right? But and the majority of the people that I work with, they are not thinking about spending time all of their time watching Netflix, right? But they are thinking about getting results in their business. They are thinking about getting results in their family. They're thinking about getting results in the community because they're givers, they're leaders. And so it is super crucial that each day you evaluate your thoughts, like develop the awareness to understand where you are mentally, right? In order to get to a certain level, you need to first know where you are. You need to first know where you are. If you don't know where you are, then how are you going to start taking the necessary steps to get to where you want to be? Knowing where you are is the very first step. And so, where are you right now mentally, in your level of awareness, your level of thinking? When you think about your goals, first of all, do you have them written down? Do you have them written down? Not having your goals written is something that it's going to cost you a lot. It's going to cost you a lot not to have your goals written. At the end of the day, research shows that those people who write down their goals have a much higher chance of achieving that. So, do you want to make an extra $100,000 this year? Do you want to grow your business by 100%, 200%, 300% this year? 50%. What is your goal? Like, is it written down? I believe a lot of people that don't write down their goals is they don't truly believe that they can achieve that goal, right? They're afraid to write it down because they don't really, whether they don't believe that it can happen or they're not willing to commit to it happening, right? At the end of the day, what I want you to think about is, are what is it that you're going after? What is it that you're going after? And then is, are those results that you're chasing, are they going to happen if you keep the current level of thinking that you have? If it's moving you in the right direction, if it's getting you there, if you're going that way in the positive direction, then great. You keep doing that and try to find a way to accelerate that process. But for most people, they're not getting the results that they want. They're complaining about it, or they're blaming other people, or they're just stuck in their own ways and they're not willing to develop a higher level of awareness or look at a different perspective, right? And as long as you keep the same level of thinking, you're going to keep getting the same results. It's not going to change, right? You cannot solve a problem with the same level of thinking that created the problem. If you find yourself in a situation where your business is not doing as well as you wanted to, your team is not doing as well as you wanted to, your finances are not as well as you want them to, then you need to develop a new level of thinking. And you can do that by listening to new material, working with a coach, working with a mastermind group, reading books. There are so many ways to develop awareness, to develop a new level of thinking, to develop more knowledge that's going to help you get change your way of thinking. But it requires that you're open-minded. It requires that you're open-minded, right? There are a lot of people who are so smart, right? They got all these letters after their name on their business card. I mean, they've gotten so much done in the area of education, IQ, right? Like they're so smart, right? But if everybody that had a degree was successful, then there will be a lot more successful people than we see, right? A degree like IQ does not equal success. EQ, on the other part, which that's a topic for another day, but emotional intelligence, right? That is much more important, right? So when you think about IQ versus EQ, which one do you see is most important in successful people getting the results that they want? It has been EQ. It has been EQ, emotional intelligence. So, your persistence, your how well do you develop relationships with others, right? In order for you to grow your income, you have to grow the value that you provide. And you can do that in a lot of different ways. But at the end of the day, one of the easiest ways that I know that I've helped people, that I've done myself, is through helping others, whether that's through selling a product, a service, however you do it, right? But helping others. Now, in order to help others, what do you have to do? You have to care about them. You have to want to make a difference in their lives. You have to want to make an impact in their lives. If you don't, then you might try to fake it for a little while, but it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out, right? Um, People can tell when you're being authentic. People can tell when you're being genuine. People can also tell when you're being fake, when you're, this fake it till you make it. Like, no, no, it's not fake it till you make it. It's act as if you are the person you wish to become, right? So each day, my main goal is to show up as the person that gets the results that I want to get, right? So it's not about looking at my circumstances and my results and saying, well, my marriage is here, my finances are here, my relationships are here, my business is here, and so because of all of that, you know, I'm going to let that control my thinking. So this is how I think, this is how I feel, this is how I act when I show up. No, because if I let the circumstances, the results control my thinking, then I'm just going to keep producing more of the same, more of the same. And so if you cannot create a vision that excites you, that thrills you, that motivates you, that inspires you, and hold on to that vision with your dear life and let that drive your thinking, your feelings, your actions, then you're not going to succeed at a higher level. You're not. You're going to be stuck where you are because, again, as long as you let your circumstances, your results control your thinking, that's where your focus is going. That's what your energy, that's where your energy is going to go. That's what you're going to keep producing more of the same, right? So I want you to make sure that you are focusing on what you want. Focus on what you want. What is it that you're going after, right? And Ask yourself, ask yourself, is everything that I'm thinking in line with where I'm going, with what I want? If not, you need to develop a new set of thoughts, new set of beliefs, right? Your beliefs are the bedrock of what you're building. They are the bedrock, the foundation of this empire that you want to build, right? And so if you are not building a strong foundation, you can have a little bit of success here and there, right? But then what's going to happen? At the first sign of difficulty, the first little storm, boom, it's going to come crashing down. It's going to come crashing down. So if you want to make sure that you build something solid that's going to stand the test of time, that's going to stand for a long time, that can even be here way after you're gone, then you have to set a strong foundation. You have to set a strong foundation, and it all starts with your beliefs. Do you believe that you can do something great? Do you believe that you're worthy of success? Do you believe that you have what it takes to be successful? And let me just tell you this, it does not mean that you know how to achieve what you're looking to achieve, right? That's not what it means. That's not what I'm talking about. I have that vision. I have a vision for L2 mindset. I have a vision for my life. I have a vision for my career, for my marriage. I have a vision for my finances. A lot of those things I've never done before. That's why they're goals. That's why they're part of the vision. Like I've never done those, so I don't know how to do them, right? And so my confidence does not come from having everything figured out. The confidence, the belief that I can make it happen comes from the fact that I am committed. I'm committed to showing up every single day and do my best. I'm committed to studying. I'm committed to investing in myself. I'm committed to doing whatever it takes to move forward toward my goal. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to let things stop me. Yeah, I might slow down for a while if something happens. There are setbacks and difficulties and whatnot. We're all human. We all deal with those things. Nobody's life, nobody's business is perfect. We all deal with stuff. So we may slow down at times. We may pause for a second, but we keep moving forward, right? So as long as you are committed, and you just have to be honest with yourself. Are you truly committed to paying the price of time, energy, effort, financial, whatever it is, the price they have to pay to get to your ideal goal, ideal life, ideal results? Then that's where you need to get your confidence from, right? And have faith that God, the universe, whatever you believe in, is going to meet you halfway. It's going to help you, it's going to support you, but only if you show up and do the work, right? So I want you to think about this. And I know it's not the first time I talk about this, but it's such a crucial conversation. And a lot of times we're so caught up in learning new information, learning new information, right? We get to a point where we're just almost addicted to just keep reading new stuff or learning new stuff. And while knowledge is good, it can be helpful, without execution, it's pointless, right? And so I want you to get to a point where you decide, okay, what one idea what one idea could impact my life the most right now, based on where I am, based on where I want to be. What is the one idea that can impact my life the most? And then you choose that idea. So for example, let's say that you feel like you need to have a shift in your attitude, that you need to show up better, that your attitude needs improvement. Then I want you to find a book or an audiobook or a YouTube video, whatnot, that reminds you of that idea every single day. Every single day. So for the next 60 to 90 days, your job is to listen to the same video or the same audiobook or read the same book, or every single day for the next 90 days, just one thing. Don't try to read 100 different things, 1,000 different things. One thing. Repetition is the mother of learning. Repetition Keep repeating the message, keep getting the same message over and over and over until it gets ingrained in your subconscious mind, until it becomes a part of who you are, until it turns into a habit. You know, just like becoming a morning person can be a habit. Going to bed earlier has to be a habit. Exercising on a regular basis has to be a habit, right? So the worst thing that you can do is to try to implement 100 different things at once, because we only have so much willpower, and our paradigm or unconscious programming is strong. And we have to make sure that we set ourselves up for success. So, what is one idea right now that could improve your life and your business the most? So, for example, let's say that you want to, you need to start asking for referrals. You need to start getting referrals. You need to start asking your customers for feedback and referrals. Then make it a point to write down what you want to ask for, and do it every single day for the next 90 days. Do it every single day for the next 90 days. Listen to videos, listen to podcasts, listen to books that are going to remind you of this new idea every single day. Once it becomes a part of you again, like I said earlier, once it becomes a part of you, then you can move on to the next idea. And so if you do one new idea per quarter, a year from now, you have 4 new habits, 4 new productive habits, 4 new ideas that probably replaced 4 unproductive habits, right? So not only you got rid of 4 unproductive habits, you develop 4 new powerful habits. How much momentum will you have? How much momentum will you build going into the following year, right? So make it a practice. Make it a practice. And if there's anything that we can do to help you out, again, accountability is crucial when trying to develop new habits. We have a mastermind group for business owners. Whether you just starting a business, or you've been in established business or sold a business, just want to surround yourself with a like-minded community of people that are here to grow and expand and support each other and help each other out. Have a great group with the L2 Mindset Mastermind group for entrepreneurs. So you can reach out anytime so that we can talk about whether you're a good fit or not. You can apply for it. Have about 16 people in the group, and it's super exciting to see the momentum and the conversations and the support that this group has. So anyway, we're here to support you. Our goal is to support entrepreneurs and professionals achieve their personal, professional, financial goals. So if there's anything at all that we can do, feel free to reach out anytime. Again, this is Kevin Fernandez with L2 Mindset. Hope you have a great rest of your week, a great weekend, and until next time, see you.